So a great plus one here in John 13. 13 is plus one. Jesus is the 13th with the 12 around him. But this is where he washes his disciples' feet, okay? So Jesus said, he who is least among you shall be great. Be great equals Father. There's a lot of plus ones in this whole story, okay? Master, Lord, I could go on. Simon Peter, his first names are both plus one. And oh yeah, so Master is plus one, starting with Father. The one who sent him, that's all, we just talked about that, that's plus ones. This is the cat's meow, John 13:13. A pair of plus ones. This is where Jesus declares that he is the plus one. He is the one on top. I just love how it all adds up. Like, this is so loaded with plus ones that point to Father. Do you understand? Like, stand as Father, the whole thing is just screaming out. Do you, like, once you know the plus one secret, you're just like, every word is pointing to Father. Do you understand what I have done for you? Like, for you. Plus one. He asked them, plus one. You call, like, it's just pure plus ones, man. Like, it's just like, everything is for the Father. You call me teacher or master and Lord. Oh, it's just a total feast. Teacher. And rightfully so, for that is what I am or who I am. Isn't that cool? Like, so in John 13:13, he is declaring his on-topness. 13 is plus 1, 13 is plus 1. John 13:13, pay attention. What do we read? You call me teacher and Lord, which is to say, you call me the guy who is on top. And he says, and rightfully so, for that is what I am. He's just like, I am on top. You're supposed to call me Lord, because that's who I am. You're supposed to call me Lord, Master, like, but it's all to the glory of the Father, who is the highest name. It's just, oh, it's so good. But it's John 13:13. We preached on I felt prompted to preach on 13 yesterday. The 13 is plus 1, and Jesus was the 13, surrounded by 12 disciples. So John 13:13. Like, it's just... But then it's so amazing how this whole thing relates to servanthood. So he says, first of all, guys, let's get this straight. I am the authority. I am the superior. But then he says, now that I, your Lord and teacher, so Lord is plus 1, your Lord. And teacher, 79. Oh, it's just loaded. I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet. It's amazing how the word you and your are both plus 1. Like, it's like, that's the nature of a servant, is someone who's always concerned about the other. You, your. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I love the fact that feet have 26 bones apiece. God. You should wash one another's feet. Now verse 15, a joy number. I have set you an example. So that you should do as I have done for you. Oh, and for you is a massive joy package. It's all for you. For you. The word fur, we know there's joy in a fur, just like there's joy in this blanket, soft. For you, you get the 45 plus 55. For you equals 100, double joy. It's all for you. Double joy. Oh my gosh. You know it's true, everything I do it for you. For you. Double joy, double joy. Oh my gosh, it's all about love and joy and ecstasy. And then he goes on. This is all in chapter 13, which is +1. This is all related to superiority, like, and who's above and who's beneath and what it looks like to actually be above. And he's like, it's amazing how this is all, it's like, so then he goes on, very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master. So master is +1. Nor, you could say the same thing with no son is greater than their father. So mother is +1, of course, but father is the topmost member of the Trinity. You know, mother is human terms. We know that for human family. But no servant is greater than his master. No son is greater than his father. Father is the +1. No servant is greater than his master, +1. Nor is a messenger greater than the one, +1. It even contains the word one. Than the one who sent him. And then he says now, which is +1. Like so many of the first words are +1. Very, but, now. It's just like, it calls you to attention. Now. It's like, authority. Now. +1. Now that. +1. You. +1. Know these things. You can keep going. Thing is Father. Like, now that you know these things, you will be blessed, which equals happy, if, which is an invitation to joy, because that's 15, if you do them. And he finishes with triple +1. So that it's all to the glory of the Father. You will be blessed equals happy, if goes to joy, you +1, do +1, them +1, period +1, full stop +1. In English, when I say period, that's a +1. When I say full stop, that's a +1. When I say mark, that's a +1, like question mark, exclamation mark, quotation mark, that all ends in mark, which is +1 Father. So Father always gets the last word. Now that you, like, now that you know these things, you will be blessed, happy, if you do them. You see how Jesus wants you happy? Oh, man, that's good.